Hello. It's good to see you. Today we are going to be taking a look at some stuff that I bought for a local nonprofit called Backpack Beginnings, and they're doing a supply and donation drive right now. So they're looking for food, but they also have a list of other items that they need. This is a list of things most needed for this season. So the stuff they need can change throughout the year. But, you know, a lot of times we think about doing stuff like this on over around the holidays and stuff like that, but they need stuff year round. So when I found out they were looking for stuff, I went out and bought some stuff. And I took their list with me and I marked off all the stuff that we got. So now this is part 2. I did part 1 in a whisper format, and we looked at some of the stuff we got. Everything in part 1 was non-food stuff. I do have a little bit more non-food stuff here to show you that I did not include in part 1. And then we have some food items here. And one thing I tried to keep in mind when I was picking stuff out was I wanted to make sure it wasn't big and bulky, because I think it needs to be able to fit in the backpack that they're going to give the child. And they provide backpacks with food in there, maybe a toy or a stuffed animal, could be toiletries, hygiene products, stuff like that. Depending on the child, I'm sure it changes what they put in there. But they provide the backpack, and they're just looking for people in the community or local businesses to donate items to go into the backpack. So normally I start out with the crinkly stuff. I don't think we actually even have any crinkly stuff, so we can just dive right into it. And again, now these backpacks are for children of all ages, so it could be little bitty babies, it could be teenagers, really any age between birth and 18. So, you know, I'm sure they have a wide variety of, you know, types of things that they would put into these backpacks, and I kind of tried to keep that in mind while I was purchasing things. Now I didn't buy as much as I do when we do back to school purchases and stuff like that, but I think I got a pretty decent amount of stuff that we can take to them. So yeah, and I'm going to have my son drop everything off at the drive this week, so I'm really excited to be able to do this. I did pick up some they were looking for toys. They were not specific. They just said toys, really any kind of toy, and baby items. So I picked up a few baby things. I think the other 2 things I got were in the other video. But here we have an Icy Bite set of keys. Oh, babies love keys. You know, I don't know. I think it's the sound and being able to move them. But here we have these keys here. You can stick them in the freezer and keep them nice and cool. The pure ice gel stays cooler longer, and these are for babies 3 months old and up, and they are BPA free, which is nice, and they come on this fun little ring here. We have 3 keys, and they have that icy cool stuff in there. So if you have a kid who's teething, these things can be really great. I know with both of my kids, I used a teething ring. That's a very common thing too, where it will have a liquid in it and you can stick it in the freezer or just the refrigerator, or however you want to do it. And it feels nice against their gums. It's kind of cold, you know, and they both they liked their teething rings when they were teething. So let's see. Oh, I accidentally activated this little thing in the cart when I did a shop with me video for this stuff, and I accidentally activated it. I think if you touch it, it starts talking, and it talks a lot, like it talks for a long time. I'm not going to touch it because it will start talking. This is from VTech. It's a Go-Go Smart Wheels Cruisin' Convertible. Look at that. Isn't that cool? And it says all kinds of stuff, and it plays songs, and it just does kind of a little bit of everything. This cute little cruising convertible, and it's like it has a little face on the windshield. I'm not going to touch it though, because it gets really excited I think if you touch the hood or the windshield, it just goes crazy. It just comes alive. It just plays music, and it tries to talk to you, and it's It's like that one person at work that you know better than to make eye contact with them because then they will talk you to death for the next half hour. It was kind of like that. It was disturbing. I also got a little Bluey toy. Now my kids, when they were little, they love little stuff like this, just little cars, you know. Yeah, this is Bluey in a garbage truck. He's driving a little trash truck. Ain't he cool? So it's Bluey garbage truck. It's just called Garbage Truck Bluey, and it's just a simple little plastic toy. And sometimes simple little toys like these are the best. Kids just love this. They run it along on the floor, up the side of the couch or the table, and oh yeah. So I thought that was really cute. I also got some little plush toys, and I showed those in the other video, and one of them was a little Bluey. It's like this big. It was really cute. They also asked for school supplies. So one thing they do, they don't just do this charity. They don't just do backpacks. They also have like a community market thing where families that are in need can come in and get things that they need. So it's kind of laid out like a grocery store or a store, and they can come in and get things they need. And one thing they keep in the store is school supplies. So we picked up a few school supplies today to go with all this stuff. So it's kind of like when we do the shopping for school supplies on over in July and August. I picked up some glue sticks here. These are the good old Elmer's glue sticks, and these are the ones we usually get for school supplies. And I picked up some of these to go to this charity. Also got several packs, and I'm just showing you one of each, but I got several of these items, and I got several packs of these Crayola colored pencils, and it is the 12 pack, and that's what we would always get for the school supplies. This was the pack that all the teachers liked. They really liked the 12 pack. It has all your classic Crayola colors in it. So we have several of these, and as always, I got the good old Ticonderoga pencils. And it says on here, the world's best pencil. And it just is. These pencils are the best. So these are what I buy for my kids. I used to. They've kind of outgrown. I only have one kid in school anymore, and he's about to be a junior in high school, if you can believe it. He'll be in the 11th grade this fall. Like, what? I know he turns 16 over this coming summer. He will be 16, which is ridiculous. But if I need pencils for him, every now and then I have to buy him some pencils. I always get Ticonderoga. So we have some Ticonderoga pencils. And, of course, Crayola markers. I got several packs of these Crayola markers made with solar power, preferred by teachers. And they have all of these pretty colors back here. We have several packs of these markers, too. And they also asked for workbooks and activity books, and I have some of those mixed in here, along with this fun little pack of erasers. Look at, they kind of have a farm theme, like you have a little barn and a chicken that's as big as the barn. There's an owl and a horse. No, that's a donkey. I think that's a donkey. Another a rabbit, another chicken. I think that's actually a rooster. Little rubber duckies, a lamb, there's another chicken, there's another chicken, a cow, and a blue and white fox over here. So I love these little fun erasers. I think these are just so cute. So this packet has 25 erasers in it. So they could break this open and, you know, hand them out however they want to. They can give a kid the whole thing, whatever they think is best. I saw that and when we were looking at school supplies, and I said, that is just so cute. I'm getting that. I got some composition books here. Some of them are wide ruled, some are college ruled. Picked up some of those. Oh, index cards. This is another good school supply to get, because it seems like kids all the way from elementary school through high school consistently need index cards, so I got some of those for sure. And I got just some one subject notebooks, wide ruled and college ruled. Got some of those. And scissors. I got some of the larger pairs like this. These are for ages 12 to 14 for advanced projects. You know, a lot of times people will get these scissors for the little kids, like, and I did that too. Like, they'll get these scissors for the little kids, but they don't think about the older kids, so they don't get scissors for them, and they may end up having to use these little ones, and these are really hard. You know, after you get a little older, these are really hard to use. So I made sure to get some of these for the older kids to use, so they don't have to use these little tiny. Have you ever tried to use these? It's not impossible, but it's a pain. So yeah. Activity books. They have the cutest activity books. I was at Walmart and they have a whole bunch of these, and most of them are only $1 each. So this is a jumbo coloring book from Paw Patrol, but they also have activity books too. I picked up this one here. I couldn't get over the variety. Oh, and they have this Disney coloring and activity book, and it even comes with bonus bookmarks that you can cut out on the back of this little book here. These were only $1, and it has all different kinds of Disney characters in it. I got a Crayola Bluey coloring book. Now this was more, I don't remember. This might have been $2, but it's bigger too. It has more pages in it. So got this fun little thing here. And a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I got crayons too. I don't know where I have a box of crayons, but I don't think I showed them to you. They may be buried somewhere, but I did get crayons as well. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is a jumbo coloring and activity book. Like, they have word searches in here. They have places where you can write text in here, and you can draw things, and so it has a little bit of everything in it. There's even a crossword puzzle. Oh, this one's fun. Crayola Food Pals coloring book. Look at that happy little marshmallow. The peanut butter and jelly sandwich is freaking out a little bit. I don't know what's wrong with him. Oh, he's on the bike. He's freaking out because he's on the bike. Look at the hot dog. He's got a lime riding on his back, and the cherry is just, he's just spazzing back there. Look at his face. That strawberry, he's having a good time. So we have food doing all kinds of stuff in here. I want to color this myself. This looks like fun. So it's just food in different scenarios, and it's sentient, just terrifying, but fun, and you can color it. I also got a Hello Kitty coloring and activity book. Looks like it's mostly coloring from Hello Kitty. And I got several packs of loose leaf paper, filler paper. That's always good to have. So they can take all of this and just do whatever they want to do. If they want to put them in a backpack, or if they want to put them in the little store that families can go to, that's good. Whatever works best is what I hope they will do with that. Now, one thing a lot of people don't think about, because it's, it's kids, they don't think about it, but stuff like feminine hygiene products, this is something that a lot of people don't even think about getting. And this is something just from talking to people who work, not necessarily for this organization, but a lot of them say they are always in desperate need of things like this, because people never think to donate things like this, especially if you're talking about kids. But yeah, this is something that could definitely be needed. So I have four different products here, and I tried to find stuff for teens or for kids, but I couldn't really find anything. But we have tampons here from Kotex, 3 different types, and I have some Always Radiant pads here, 13 of those, and these are small, and they're individually wrapped. Of course, I mean, these are too. They're all individually wrapped, so you could just grab a few and put them into a bag, or whatever. If you wanted to split them up, you could. And I have Tampax Pearl here, 2 different types in there. And I just thought this box was really cool. Look at this. Wow. These are Always Pocket full-size pads, but they're really small. And again, they're individually packaged, and they have a little pocket size wrapper. So they're nice and discreet, and they come in this nice little box. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. It's so shiny. They were never this fancy when I was a teenager. It's just very cool. So I wanted to make sure I wanted to get at least 3 or 4 different types of things like this. Not just a whole bunch of one kind. So I got 4 different types there. So we have that. Look at these socks. I would wear these socks. I found some Pac-Man socks. I just thought that was cool. How many pairs do you get? 6 pairs. 6 pairs. Look at these little ghosts. 6 pairs of these little Pac-Man socks. These are so cute. Oh my gosh. So I also got some other clothing items kind of like this, like socks and underwear that I showed in part 1. I just thought these Pac-Man socks were adorable. And these I found with the boys' socks. Like they have this little peg wall with all the boys' size socks. That's where I found these. And I picked up these here. They're labeled Girls No Show socks from Wonder Nation. I have these cute little socks here. Now you get 10 pairs of socks. And these are small. And again, they were saying they needed stuff of all sizes. You know, the only thing they gave specific sizes for were diapers. And they were looking for diaper sizes 4, 5, and 6. Because I imagine they get a lot of the smaller ones. But not so much for the older kids. And so we picked up 1 pack each of 4, 5, and 6 diapers. And I got these cute little ankle socks. Look, they have a little heart, smiley face. Oh, cherries. It's cute. 10 pairs of ankle socks, and these are a size large. So we have 10 fun, colorful pairs of socks here. Right there. And I picked up these little ankle socks from Fruit of the Loom, and these are for ages 3 to 5. Just some little ankle socks. Now, if it were colder weather, I might get crew socks, but we're going on into summer pretty soon, so all I got were these ankle socks and no-show socks. And if the kids are anything like mine, they wear ankle socks like all the time, whether it's cold out or not. But usually in colder weather, I sometimes tend to get crew socks instead. But I got all these ankle socks, and they're just so adorable. I think that's all the non-food, and now I'm going to show you the food stuff that I got. All right, so I have food items here, and again, you're thinking about stuff, not always, because in the store they could have food too. And it's not like an actual store where they have to pay for stuff. It's for families to come in and get stuff they need. So some of this stuff could go in there, but some of it could also go into the backpack, say to go home with the child over the weekend or something like that, or just for whatever they need. So they look for stuff that's non-perishable, no glass containers. They said no expired food, no glass containers. So some of the food stuff they had listed we have here, like peanut butter. Peanut butter was one thing that they had listed. So we got 2 types of peanut butter here from Jif. We have extra crunchy peanut butter here. This is not glass, it's plastic. It's a little plastic container. We have 7 grams of protein per serving. And that was one thing they looked for, was food with, good amount of protein in it. Peanut butter is very good for that. So we have extra crunchy peanut butter. And I got a jar of creamy Jif as well. And this also has 7 grams of protein per serving, which is really nice. So 2 jars of Jif. They didn't ask for any jelly, so I just got the peanut butter. And peanut butter is a nice snack. Just get a spoonful of peanut butter eat that like, Joe Black in the movie Meet Joe Black. It's a great snack. It really is. They had canned chicken on the list twice. I'm not really sure why, but they had canned chicken on there 2 times. So they really want some canned chicken. So we got this multi-pack. This is a 4-pack of canned chunk chicken breast, and it's already cooked, and it has a little pop top, so you don't even need a can opener or anything to open it. So I made sure to get them some cans of chicken because that was on there twice. They also asked for canned fruit, vegetables and fruit. We have that. So we picked up some Del Monte green beans here, fresh cut green beans. It doesn't have the pop top though. I didn't really notice that at the time, but we did get some green beans. And I picked up some corn as well. So we have a can here of Del Monte. This is fresh cut, golden sweet, whole kernel corn, which is really good. And finally, for the canned vegetables, I got some Del Monte fresh cut sweet peas. And if you do like that, you can kind of hear the peas in there. It's kind of a weird noise. I kind of like it. It's just a weird little sound, but I got some peas. And they also were looking for canned fruit. I saw this and I thought this would be good to get here. These are little individual fruit cups. So we have diced peaches, diced pears, and a cherry mixed fruit. So it's like fruit cocktail. No sugar added. Excellent source of vitamin C. So it looks like you're going to get 4 of each of these in this box here, and if they want to, they can open it up and split these up or whatever they want to do. But there are 12 of these little fruit cup snacks in here. So we have some fruit, some little individual containers of fruit, and they also asked for individual packets of oatmeal, and they didn't specify any certain type. So I have here 2 boxes of oatmeal packets. This is instant oatmeal, and in this box from Quaker, we're going to get 3 flavors. We have apples and cinnamon. You're going to get 2 packets of that. Maple and brown sugar, 4 of those. Cinnamon and spice, 2 of those. So you get a total of 8 little pouches of oatmeal in here, like that. Heart healthy. And then I also got this big box here. Now this is 20 pouches of oatmeal, also from Quaker. And I love their little individual pouches of grits. I mean, I eat those at work all the time. Just put a little hot water in there. Oh, I eat that as a snack at work. We have instant oatmeal, fruit, and cream. And again, you're going to get a total of 20 packets in this value pack. We have strawberries and cream, 6 of those. Peaches and cream, 6 of those. Blueberries and cream, 4 of those. And they even have bananas and cream, 4 of those little pouches there. So I guess maybe this has more of a creamy texture to it. It might have some powdered milk in it or something. I'm really not sure what makes it different from the other oatmeal, but it probably has a slightly different consistency to it. I'm not a big oatmeal person, so I have not tried it. I know it's good for you. I've not ever been a huge fan of just eating oatmeal. Also on the list, and this kind of surprised me, I wasn't expecting this. Now, depending on where you live, you're going to pronounce this right here very differently. I know it's Vienna. I know that is the word Vienna. Where I grew up, and if you live in the South, you know how this is pronounced. It's not Vienna, no. It's Vienna. Vienna. It's like hyena, but Vienna. So if you're from the South and you pick these up, you're going to say you got you some Vienna sausages. I think they're disgusting, personally. I have never been a fan of these things. I think they stink. I think they taste terrible. They're wasted on me. But they had Vienna sausages on the list, specifically Vienna sausages. So I picked up a 6-pack of these horrific little death weenies here. I just think they're gross. But a lot of people love them. My older son loves these. In fact, this is the brand that he likes, Armor. He says these are the best. I trust his opinion. I don't know. So if he were to buy these, he would get the Armor Vienna sausages, the original. They have different flavors of these hard things. You can get barbecue. They have ones that are hot and spicy. I mean, they have a bunch of different flavors of these things. I don't know. But people really love these Vienna sausages. So you open it up, and there are these little weenies. They're like this big. And there will be 6 of them in there. There will be 5 in a circle and 1 in the middle. And you stab it with a fork, and you pull it out and eat it. Just Vienna sausages. So I never thought I would see that on a list of things when we do stuff like this, but they asked specifically for Vienna sausages. So we bought some. Yeah, it's not Vienna sausages. I don't know that Vienna would claim these things. If I were Vienna, I would not. I'd want them to be called Vienna myself. Maybe that's why we pronounce it that way. Yeah, if I were Vienna, I wouldn't have anything to do with them. They also asked for Chef Boyardee canned, how did they word it? I forget. Chef Boyardee meals. And I'm just now thinking I might have gotten the wrong thing, because now they do have these microwavable containers of stuff from Chef Boyardee. That might have been what they meant. But what I got was this right here. I got a 4-pack of these Chef Boyardee mini raviolis. Now they do have the pop top, so you don't have to have a can opener for these. This is beef ravioli in pasta sauce. And we have 4 cans of it here in this shrink wrap. This may not be what they were asking for, but I mean, technically it could be a meal, but they have these little you could get these little containers that are like, you could just pull the top off and put it in the microwave instead of having to have a container like these. That may be what they meant. I didn't think about that until just now. But anyway, we got the cans of ravioli for the Chef Boyardee meals. And it's the value pack, so you get it a little cheaper when you buy it like that in the 4-pack. And the last thing we have, they asked for little individual servings of cereal, like the little cereal boxes or the little things. It's like a little bowl, you pull the top off. So I found this big assortment pack of cereal. They had the smaller packs, like a 6-pack or an 8-pack, but they had this massive 20-pack. So these are little mini boxes of cereal. So you can see all the different types we have here. We have a nice little assortment. Oh my gosh, we have Apple Jacks, 2 of those. Kellogg's Corn Pops, 2 of those. Frosted Mini Wheats, you get 4 of those. Rice Krispies, 2. Fruit Loops, 4. And Frosted Flakes, you get 6 of those. So these are just the little individual boxes. So they can open this up, and you can actually close it back. Like, you're going to pull this open here, and then when you're done, you can just tuck this tab in so you can close it back up if you want to keep the rest of them contained in the box. But yeah, we have 20 boxes of cereal here for them. The Kellogg's assortment pack. I hadn't ever seen this before. I found this at Walmart. So I thought that was pretty cool. So we get 20 little individual boxes of cereal. So that is everything I got for the Backpack Beginnings donation drive, the food and supply drive. Yeah, I'm very glad to be able to do this. I know what it's like to have kids and to struggle financially, and I always said if I was in a position to help other people, I absolutely would. So whenever an opportunity like this comes along, I take advantage of it, and I want to try to do what I can to give them some stuff so they can help families. So I was really happy to do this. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed getting to see the items for the food and supply drive for Backpack Beginnings today. I really enjoyed shopping for that. It's always a lot of fun to go shopping for stuff like this. And I hope it helps with their drive, and I hope it helps them throughout the next few months. That'd be really great. And thank you so much for being here. I really hope that you have a great day, and I'll see you again really soon.